Hi there. So, what are we getting into today on Ask Alecia? We are helping out Sean, a doctor from the US, who is asking, is it possible to pass OET in the first try? And I remember Sean was on a tight timeline because he'd done his part one and part two. He was going into matching for medical residency. So he had a slim time to get his OET 4Bs under his belt. And Sean, the answer was then and is now yes. Now, I know there are many out there who would go, oh, no, that's not true. Why? Because there are lots of myths out there, and I have heard some real doozies. So let's look at the first myth I heard. OET has an algorithm that stops you from passing the first time. That is so wrong. Okay? The only things that determine your OET pass is your English and test skill levels only. That's it. Nothing else. The second myth I've heard is non-native English speakers don't pass in the first try. This is also wrong. How do I know? Well, one, see previous fact that your OET depends on your English and test skills only, but also because I have had many students over the years coming from Brazil, Korea, Tokyo, Spain, Germany, all over, first time doing OET, and they pass. So, what's the biggest difference I noticed about those people who, non native speakers, actually their English is not perfect, but what is the biggest difference that helps them with this first time pass thing? First of all, they improve their overall English first. They read a lot, they listen a lot, they speak as often as possible, and not just only OET, but they read and listen widely. They talk about many things in English whenever they can, even if they're making errors, because this is how they expose themselves to a wide range of language so that in the exam, anything can come at them. They're comfortable and they understand. What is the second thing after they've learned their English is, of course, they improve their OET performance and they tend to be very systematic and focused. Which brings me to the second big difference is they avoid OET myths like the ones I mentioned before and the many more that are out there. They want to go to a reputable source. They want to know only facts, not myths and rumors. And they are extremely focused. So, in answer to the question, is it possible to pass OET in your first try? The answer is yes. But if you are a non native English speaker and you need to work on your language, you need to dig a little bit deeper, be honest about where your language is, put in that work, and then do your OET. And actually, it turns out in the long run to be much cheaper because improving your language is much cheaper than doing OET dozens of times. That's it. Bye bye.